What if the middle class is already disappearing and most people just haven't noticed? Your salary may be higher than it was 5 years ago, but your rent is higher, your groceries are higher, your fuel, your healthcare, your insurance, all higher. On paper, you're earning more. In reality, you're affording less. This isn't just inflation, it's erosion. A slow, quiet erosion of stability. For decades, the middle class was the backbone of modern economies. Stable jobs, home ownership, savings, a sense of upward mobility. But what happens when those pillars start cracking? When housing becomes an asset for investors, not families? When wages stagnate but asset prices explode? The middle class doesn't collapse overnight. It shrinks quietly. Imagine a world where rent consumes half your income, where buying a home feels mathematically impossible, where even full-time workers rely on credit just to stay afloat. This isn't fiction in many cities. Debt becomes normal, stress becomes permanent, security becomes a memory. And yet, the system keeps moving, as if nothing is wrong. Now ask yourself, if living costs rise faster than wages, who benefits? Asset owners benefit. Those who own property, stocks, and capital. Because while wages move slowly, assets compound rapidly. The gap widens. And the middle, the space between wealth and poverty, starts thinning out. In this scenario, credit becomes the bridge. Credit cards, loans, buy now, pay later systems. They don't solve the problem, they postpone it. The illusion of stability continues, funded by future income that hasn't been earned yet. But what happens when that future arrives and the math no longer works? A shrinking middle class changes more than bank accounts. It changes cities. Small businesses disappear. Local neighborhoods decline. Luxury towers rise beside struggling communities. Consumption polarizes. The economy splits into two speeds, fast for the wealthy, slow for everyone else. Now project this forward 10 years. Automation replaces more mid-level jobs. Remote work centralizes opportunity. Ownership concentrates further. If mobility slows and costs keep rising, the ladder upward becomes steeper and more fragile. Social mobility was never automatic, but now it may become rare. And when the middle shrinks, politics shifts. Frustration rises, trust declines, extremes gain traction. History shows that strong middle classes stabilize societies. So what happens when that stabilizer weakens? Economic pressure doesn't stay economic. It spills into culture, policy, and power. So, what if the middle class disappears? Not in one dramatic collapse, but in a gradual fade. The question isn't whether change is happening, it is. The question is whether individuals adapt faster than the system transforms. Because in every economic shift, some fall behind and some reposition. The middle class may be shrinking, but awareness is the first advantage.